Good night, everyone doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Armin J. Spiritual Divine. I'm going to give you a short news on today. First, we're going to start with Not My King. They're protesting. So anti royalty protesting or being arrested, you know, being arrested. They're protesting, and the theme is Not My King, you know. So they are demonstrating a protest, outside the palace of West Winter in the central London. So a number of arrests, are sparking questions about freedom of speech, because they're doing freedom of speech, but then they're getting arrested. And I've been hearing that on platform for like, what, 2 or 3 days now. A lot of people protesting. They show a pregnant woman that happened a while ago, but it was a pregnant woman that they arrested from speaking of free of speech. So one two kings they protesting against United Kingdom, and two the King Charles the Third, Charles the Third. So acceding to the throne that has brought and wrought in this protest. Proceeding protesting, there are made serious arrests. Protesting that made serious arrests. And I've been hearing that for the past 3 days now. Against people protesting mockery in the recent days is raising, you know. So I see there are protests against United Kingdom and King Charles III. So I see there are many being arrested for the past 3 days. I've been noticed, so many people being arrested, and we do have freedom of speech, So I request that no one get arrested while they protesting, unless they commit a crime, unless they put their hands on you. So no one commit a crime and no one put their hands on you. I request that they do not be arrested because they speak a free of speech. So three, all protesters, you know, to keep you from not being arrested. I need all across the nation to make sure that you don't be in front of no one business, and make sure you don't be close up on the cops, on the police. So I'm trying to make it safe for y'all and trying to keep y'all from being arrested. So they're speaking a free of speech, and they're not in front of no one business, or not in front of no police face, you know, uh, me- uh, or not touching no one, putting their hands on no one. And I would prefer them not to be arrested. So I just need them to just follow along, or not being in front of the building and not putting your hands on no one while you're protesting. So um, so now we're gonna talk about the school. They have a school threat. And this comes from China 6 News. Repeat list of school threat that may have negative effect on the children, for mental health. So now these children is breaking down. They have a mental health issues right now. And that's not good for children. Children psychological um, told the News 6 that received school threat, scared in the central of Florida. This in Florida have a negative impact on the youth mental health. So the threat was unfound, and that the team is charged with making a false report. Now they had these kids were scared. They were scared, and all the while they say it was a student had made a false report. There was no one in the school attack, and there was no threat. They said, oh, that was a student did that. So several students will likely face charges for Friday school shooting prank. It was a prank, you know, and they can't be doing pranks like that because these small kids was really scared, you know. So the name of the school was St. Mainland High School. So I am very concerned. for these children. They really have to be safe. It will be hard for them to learn because they will make they may be withdrawn. They already said they were like withdrawn with their parents. They're gonna be withdrawn with the teacher. Want to just sit in the corner. So we don't want that for the kids. I need no shooting prank. No false report of a threat, shooting or anything in the school. Because we done had 19 kids that lost their life. So now we have these kids is scared. So far I have across the nation, I request that all unarmed security be inside the school. Now this is for the kids. They see security, or either a police, they're gonna feel safe, you know. And then outside of the school, I need armed security outside. So we got to make it safe for these kids because we don't want them to have mental health and stuff like that because they're too young to be dealing with this kind of issue. you know so we have to let these kids see that there is someone is watching over them. We want them to look and say, okay, I see a security right there. Okay, I see one right there. you know we need security, unarmed security inside the school. We need armed security outside the school. And when them kids look and see a police right there, they will start feeling safe. So for right now, they need to feel safe so they can concentrate, on their schoolwork. So far, we don't want no kids hurt themselves, because sometimes they get to that point. Sometimes they'll just not, tell you what's going on. So we have to make it safe as possible for the kids. So we talk about people protesting, but they're going to jail. They're being arrested. So for speaking free of speech. So we do have free of speech. So I request that no of the protesters be arrested unless they commit a crime, unless they put their hands on someone, unless stuff like that. But other than that, for them to speak in free of speech, I request them not to be arrested. Could have been having a lot of protesters, being arrested, for speaking of free of speech. So we talk about the school threat, all the while it's a false threat because one of the kids had lied and said it was threatened, all the while it wasn't. So I had requests. I request for unarmed security inside the building. I also request for armed security to be outside so the kids can look around and feel safe. And I request that for no child to do a prank in the school. No false report of the school. Because you got small kids, it's feeling it now. You know. Okay, so that's all the news I have for you today. Y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see you on the next video.